Hello dear traders, and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover British pound versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the British pound versus US dollar first. So what I can see here on the hourly time frame and 2-hour time frame is that we have a failed test of the high. Basically, we have a bear divergence just around this key pivot level where we got lots of reaction in the background. So you can see here that this area overall around 1.2050 seems like a very important pivot level for the pound. It's also previously high, and we got a supply kick in on the market here. So there is a chance for price to retrace into the previous day range even deeper. So watch for intraday downside opportunities in that sense, and there is a chance for the downside rotation towards the 1.1, let's say 980, or even area of this pin bar low at 1.1, 920. So pay attention on this key level, and we also have on the weekly here that there is a bear divergence and failed break of the high also on the weekly. So there can be some bigger downside movement also in the next period on this currency pair. Speaking of the gold market, we have similar condition like on the pound. So there is a very important pivot level around 1850, and market just went very close to that 1850 and then sold off this morning. You can also see there is a bear divergence on the hourly time frame, and from my perspective, there is a chance for retest of 1838, and then if there is even bigger power to the downside, maybe even towards 1830 mark. Market is right now sitting around the previous day high or the Friday's high at 1843, but watch for potential downside rotation and further downside movement on this currency pair, on this market. Speaking of the crude oil, we had a fresh flip to the upside. Market is trading already, making the high first, but from my perspective, we have also key pivot level here on the crude oil around 77.40 at 77.30 area. And this will be important to watch because this might turn to be like a bear flag. We have this more like a rising wedge, but more like we are basically sloping here to the upside. So if there will be any kind of the bigger down break to clear this and build some lower highs, this might lead into the downside continuation on the crude oil towards the lows around 75.25. And speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, the key resistance level, multi-day high at 25,200. What we got here so far is that we can see on the hourly time frame that the market, we have a key resistance zone around 24,500, and market respected today that area. You can see intraday there is a lots of this range. Actually, we are now taking to the downside, so definitely potential for the lower prices in the Bitcoin, maybe for the retest of 23,500 mark, maybe even for lower prices. So that'll be all for this update. I hope that you did enjoy. Trade safe as always, and speak to you from tomorrow morning.